Self-respect, the quiet foundation that holds a life together. Some of the most important things in life are not loud. They do not seek attention. They do not try to impress anyone. Yet silently, they shape the entire direction of a person's life. Self-respect is one of those things. Not pride, not ego, not the need to appear superior, but the quiet inner line that tells us, this is where I must stop. This is what I cannot betray. This is who I refuse to become. But here's the truth. When self-respect slowly disappears, a person begins losing themselves in ways that are almost invisible. Not all at once, not dramatically, just through small compromises repeated over time. Ignoring what feels wrong, hurting others without remorse, excusing behavior that once would have caused shame. And little by little, the boundary between right and wrong begins to fade. This is how dignity disappears. Quietly. Because self-respect is not something we perform for the world. It is something we protect within ourselves. And this is where everything begins. True self-respect can only grow through self-awareness. A person who cannot see their own flaws can never truly grow. Humility is not weakness, it is clarity. The ability to recognize both strength and limitation without becoming arrogant or ashamed. Some people believe confidence means always being right, but life has a quiet way of humbling those who refuse to listen. Relationships weaken, trust fades, loneliness slowly appears, not because they lacked intelligence, but because pride left no room for understanding. And perhaps wisdom works differently than people expect. The more a person truly learns, the more they realize how much they still do not know. Knowledge can create ego, but wisdom softens it. A mature person no longer feels the need to dominate every conversation, prove every point, or stand above others to feel valuable. Because self-respect does not need superiority. It needs honesty. And here is another difficult truth. Some people respect wealth more than character. They bow easily before status, yet look down on those who struggle. But respect based on power or money is not genuine respect. It is calculation. A person with true dignity does not measure human worth through success, appearance, or social position. Because deep down, they understand something essential. Life can humble anyone. No one remains untouched by hardship forever. There will come seasons when strength feels fragile, when pride breaks quietly, when circumstances change unexpectedly. And during those moments, a person discovers who they really are. Asking for help is human, but losing all belief in yourself slowly weakens the spirit. Because no one can carry another person forever. At some point, even if slowly, even if trembling, we must stand again on our own feet. And perhaps that moment, the moment a person rises after falling, is where dignity quietly returns. Not through perfection, not through success, but through effort, through refusing to completely abandon oneself. And this is the emotional truth many people forget. Self-respect is also reflected in how we treat others. Careless words matter. Dismissive silence matters. Subtle contempt leaves wounds people rarely speak about. Poverty is not failure. Struggle is not shame. Some people are carrying battles the world cannot see. And the ability to treat vulnerable people with kindness reveals more about character than wealth or status ever could. Because genuine nobility is quiet. It appears in patience, in restraint, in the way a person speaks to those who can offer them nothing in return. And in the end, self-respect is not something meant to be displayed. It is a foundation, invisible, yet strong enough to hold a life together. It keeps a person steady during loneliness, careful during temptation, gentle even when they hold power. And perhaps that is what true dignity really is. Not rising above others, not needing to prove your value constantly, but learning how to move through this restless world without falling below yourself. Quietly, honestly, with a soul that still knows its own worth.